Welcome to Coffee and Tarot with Mama T. My name is Teresa, and I am welcoming you to your October readings. If your sign, if Aries is your sun, moon, or rising sign, then this is your reading. I have had the cards pulled together. I shuffled, prayed over them, cleansed them, carefully selected them with the guidance of spirit, and put them into little baggies and have had them charging with crystals for the last couple of days. And now I am ready to unbag these little goodies and see what spirit has to say for us. So I am going to turn the camera over so that you can see the cards as they're being laid out. I have not seen them. I carefully shuffled them and counted them out and selected which ones I wanted, um, and put them in the bag. And then there are other cards that I just pulled randomly and put into bags at random, like oracle cards, some quote cards, that kind of thing, some trinkets. Got all of those things put in there, and so I really have no idea who has what. I'm really excited to find out. So I'm going to call in spirit, and then I will get the camera turned over so that you can see your cards as they're being laid out, and we'll see what the month has in store for you. Okay, so Aries, we have an Aries signifier card here for you, and I'm going to be doing a 12 houses reading. This is not an astrological chart, obviously, since I don't know every single person's astrology. But this is just based on the 12 houses of astrology. They each represent different things. And so I'm pulling a card for each one of those domains of your life, and, seeing what kind of guidance spirit has for you in each of those domains. So let's get some of these things pulled out here. See what we have. Got some little trinkets in here. Okay, here's the crystal that has been charging with your cards. This is what is this? Oh, I can't remember what kind of crystal this is. I'll have to look it up, and I'll put it in a comment in the video. This right here is a blue apatite that a new friend of mine just gave to me. So I'm adding that to the reading here. You also have looks like a dove or a bird of some sort, maybe a carrier pigeon, bringing in a message. There's a little envelope in its mouth. Amethyst mushroom, and the word grace. Okay, then the quote that we get for you, I'll put this right in here. The quote is a Barbara Brown Taylor quote, and it says, "I have no argument with greatness, but if that becomes an excuse for dismissing my life now because I haven't found that great purpose yet, that's a waste of a day, if not a life." Okay, that I can resonate with that myself. And then your truth bomb is, no dream will serve you if you're forcing yourself to make it happen. Oh, angel messages. I forgot about these. Intuit. This is from the Intuit Oracle. And it's a little tiny deck here, Angelic Messages. And yours is, trust your inner light to guide you through the unknown. You're never lost. You are always learning. Okay. Here's another Aries signifier card. And then do I have the houses? Yes, I do have houses in here. Okay. So an Aries signifier card. Let's put this with the other one. If I can get them to go. Maybe I can't. That's okay. And stand up if I can. Okay. All right. Oh, and then from the Intuit Zodiac Oracle that I just got as well, I have, this is a deck from a woman locally on Etsy. It's called the Zodiac 180. And so we've got an archetype for your sign of Aries. I don't know which one I drew. And then one of the Aries cards here. Let's see what they have to say. Your archetype that you received is the warrior. Brave, competitive, determined, and driven. So Spirit is probably challenging you to embrace this archetype as you go through the month of October. But we'll see. We'll see what the cards have to say about that. And then this card is the 9 of Aries. And the symbol of it is a shield. I've got a lot of glare on my lights here. I have this mega overhead light in my office, and it's just, it glares. So anyway, it says the shield. Defensive, protect, support, safeguard, block, guardian, stand up for, being prepared, heroic, stronghold, security, ward off unwanted energies, be on guard, and withstand. So those are the key words that go along with this symbol. Something to keep in mind as you traverse this month. Okay, we'll put that, we're going to put your angel card right here. You're the first reading I'm doing in this style, so we're fumbling along and learning together and figuring out that the signifier cards are not going to stay upright. But we'll work it out. And I'm wearing this gigantic, this is one of my Taylor Swift sweater actually, and I love it because it's super nice and cozy, but it is very bulky. I got it too big, in a too big size on purpose. Okay, we'll put those over there. Okay. All right, let's see what your cards have to say. Put these zodiac oracles back over here. Okay. Get myself into crisscross applesauce here. All right. So this is an affirmation card. I think I'll save this toward the end. These are oracle cards. One's a spirit animal, one's a goddess, and I'll save those to the end. It's an angel number card. Save that for the end. This is an oracle card also. I'm going to save that for the end. Okay. So I'm going to lay out your cards here. We have the first house, the second house, the third house, and I'll explain all of the houses as we go. See if I can get all of the cards to go around this circle here. ninth house, 10th, 11th. Yeah, I'm going to have to squish some together here in order to make room for everything. Sorry that you get to be my guinea pig. Maybe I can cut some of this out. Okay. And this is your... Okay. And then that looks like I put more oracles in here, or more keywords in yours than they might have gotten accidentally put into yours. I'm going to look at the keywords later. We'll see if the keywords tie anything together for us. Okay, so without further ado, let's get into your reading. Cheers to a great reading. All right, first house. So the first house represents your body and your personality and how you appear to the rest of the world around you. So in this domain of life, your oracle card, your tarot card that you received is the High Priestess. So the High Priestess is a card of high intuition, psychic capabilities, and being in deep tune with your spiritual guides and with your own inner desires and your own inner thoughts. So when this comes to how you appear to others, this might be spirit telling you to really lean into your intuitive persona, wear it so that other people can see it and not question you on your wisdom and how you go about the rest of your how you go about the month and making your decisions. If you are embodying this type of persona, this persona of being the High Priestess, and you're embodying it and wearing it, and like part of your cloak of mystery, then people will question less. I think with Aries, I think people have a tendency to question your motives, whether you've thought things through, if you are just being overly passionate or hot-headed about something and you haven't really put in the energy to really know what direction you really want to go. But I think that is a mistake. And all of the Aries that I know, they deeply know who they are. I mean, the key phrase for Aries is I am. You know who you are. And wearing that wisdom like a shield, I think will do you well during the month of October. For the second house represents the things that you own. These are your resources. These can be any kind of resource, whether it's financial resources like it shows on this card. It can be, any kind of a physical, in the practical physical realm, thing that you own that you consider an asset. So in that particular realm of your life, you get the sun. So the sun, this is a card of expansion. This is really good news for you, Aries. This means that those physical assets that you and resources will be expanded upon during the month of October, or you will be gaining ideas on how to make them expand. Things will be brought to light. Maybe you will get some kind of flash of insight on a way to maximize your resources. In the third house is a house of um, like messages, communication. Um, this is like any kind of communication. It's the house that's ruled by Gemini, and so any kind of communication falls under the third house. And the card that you receive is the King of Wands. So for the month of October, you can expect to be receiving messages of leadership, or entrepreneurship, or you will be delivering messages of those, or maybe you'll be gaining some kind of leadership, or the messages will be coming from people like leaders. The King of Wands is a king that is uh, passionate and action oriented. He's probably the most creative, has the most creative drive of all of the kings. Um, so he has a desire to get things done. He's not necessarily into the creating part. He likes to, because he's the king. But he wants things done. He wants things created. He wants things executed upon. And so he'll be delegating those things. So you can expect to be either delivering messages like this, receiving messages or like that, or communicating with this type of a person during the month of October. For the fourth house represents your roots, your childhood home, your family history. This can siblings and sibling-like friends can fall into this category. This can have to do with parents, your childhood home, maybe the area of the world that you were raised in. And the card that you receive here is the Three of Cups. So the Three of Cups is a card of celebration, getting together with your friends. It is a celebration. It's so you can be expecting to have opportunities to celebrate or commune with friends from or sibling like friends, maybe like cousins, or long-term friendships from that go back into your history. You may have visitors from your past, or spend time with your siblings or cousins, that kind of thing during the month of October. For the fifth house, this is the house that rules creativity and things that ideas and passion projects, things like that. And your card is the Five of Wands. So funny that you get a 5 for the fifth house. The Five of Wands is a card of, it is a card of conflict, typically. But, if you've seen my readings, you see that I have a little bit different of a take on the Five of Wands. I see it as a collaboration wherein there's a sense of conflict. There's, you're maybe let's for an example that this might fit into here. Let's say you're a member of a musical band. You are, let's say you're the drummer, and you've got a guitarist and a bass player and a lead singer and a keyboardist, and maybe even a horn section, and a bunch of different people in the band. And um, there's a piece of music that you guys do not agree on, and you just can't figure out, how to make everybody happy, make sure everybody is able to contribute in the way that they want to contribute, and that you're creating a piece of music that you all feel really comfortable with and feel proud of putting your stamp on. And and you're going to get there. It's just, sometimes there's words said. It's, it can be challenging. Sometimes there's people leave in a huff and slam the door, and they come back, they think about it. Oh, I thought about it. Maybe we could do this here, maybe scratch this part there. And then that can open up a whole nother set of conflict. But eventually you wind up getting there. So that's just an example of the kind of collaboration that I'm talking about. It's not an easy collaboration. It's not necessarily fun, but it is. It's creative and innovative, and it does produce results. But it can be challenging. It can feel challenging. Okay. And so you can expect that kind of collaboration conflict during the month of October in that area of your life, in that creative area of your life. For the sixth house, this is the house of sustainability, routine, the things that you do every day, from day to day. This is, the schedule that you keep, maybe your work schedule, the kind of things that you do, your chores that you have to do to maintain your household, whatever your responsibility for, or you have responsibility for on a day-to-day basis. So this is like, going to the grocery store and putting gas in your car, and these are the nuts and bolts of life, and of day-to-day life. And the card that you receive here is the Ten of Pentacles, which is great. So this tells me that your day-to-day life and the functioning of your day-to-day life is going to feel abundant. It's going to feel easy. It's going to feel, maybe it's something that you've worked really hard on, because the Ten of Pentacles is not, it's usually, wealth that has amassed over time. That, it's taken hard work to get to that place of feeling abundant and secure. And maybe that's that day-to-day schedule, that everyday flow of your life is something that you've really worked hard on. You've had a hard time getting there, but you finally feel like you're hitting your stride. So that, I love, personally, the great big moments of life, the big thunderbolt moments of life, the great swaths of good luck, and all of that stuff. That's all well and good, but I love a really easy day-to-day life where everything is going great. And So getting this kind of a card in this realm of your life, I think is great news for you. I mean, I find that really exciting personally, but I'm a Taurus, so there you go. Okay, for seventh house, we have um, the seventh house. The seventh house is your house of, I forgot to do a little bit of drawing on this to cover up some of their nudity here. This is the house of partnership, love. These are your close partners. It isn't necessarily just your like your spouse or your girlfriend or boyfriend, um, but these can be any kind of close partners that you spend a lot of time with. But that's the house that this represents. And the card you receive here is, well, the Ace of Cups. So if you are looking for love, you can expect a love offer to be coming in this month. If you're not looking for love, then you can expect there may still be people that are attracted to you. You may feel particularly attractive. You could be getting offers of friendship or some kind of abundance coming into you. The Ace of Cups is, all aces they represent opportunities and new beginnings. And with cups, it is generally in the emotional realm. So it is usually some kind of love offer, offer of friendship, offer of admiration of some sort. So be watching for that. For the eighth house, this is the house of endings. Endings and beginnings, they say here. Typically, it's considered the house that governs death, inheritance, taxes, that kind of thing. It's mainly, those kind of endings. But all endings do come with beginnings. So for that house, for your tarot card for that house for this month, you get the Eight of Pentacles. Well, that is the second time that we've gotten an eight. I mean, that we've gotten the same number that coincided with the house. So that's cool. I think those synchronicities are always signs of good luck. The Eight of Pentacles is a card of, developing your expertise, of dotting your I's, crossing your T's. It's working hard and getting things done and doing them very well. So if you, in this kind of a house, with this being the eighth house of like death, inheritance, taxes, the Eight of Pentacles would be an example of the Eight of Pentacles being displayed in this house would be getting your will in order. It would be, if you're an executor, making sure that the things that you need to take care of as the executor of the estate are taken care of and done timely. It's maybe filing, if you are an entrepreneur, for getting um, your self-employed taxes taken care of. It's not necessarily uh, like fun, inspiring work, but it's work that needs to be done. And so that is something that you can expect, or should plan for this month. For the ninth house is the house that they have here as of faith. It can be the house of spirituality, think that's more often, I think, in the 12th house, but ninth house is like, I typically think of this as the house of travel, particularly international travel. It's the house of learning, higher learning, um, advancing your knowledge. It can be, learning new things on a spiritual realm. And you get the King of Swords. So the King of Swords is our most logical king. He's the most analytical. He doesn't miss any details. You see him here with the hawk, and the hawk can see for miles, and can see from a high elevated place, and knows, um, but can see all of the details around. And that's what the King of Swords is like. He doesn't miss anything. He's able to see um, how all of the pieces fit together. He doesn't get overly emotional about anything, and he is just quite logical and rational, and is a very steady leader. And so taking that kind of an approach with anything that you have to learn this month would serve you well. um, so if you do need to learn anything for work, for example, or if you have a desire to learn something, just taking an analytical approach and taking it step by step. What are the first things that I need to do? What are the next things I need to do? And then just crossing things off the list and going about it in a very methodical way. For the 10th house, this is the house at the top of your chart. It represents your ambitions, your career, your place in the world. And the card that you receive here is the Emperor, which, that's, this is your card. The Emperor is your card. This is you, Aries. And showing up here in the 10th house is a great sign. So this could be um, an opportunity that you may receive, like for some kind of a promotion, as some kind of a leadership opportunity. Maybe you'll be asked to be a mentor for somebody, and do some kind of leadership in your life in one aspect or another. Um, if you have ambitions for anything really big, I would say, times it by two. If you have ambitions for something that are, maybe smaller ambitions, multiply it by 10. You have it in you to achieve whatever that ambition that you want. And the card putting the Emperor in the 10th house in this reading is very auspicious. For the 11th house, this is the house of friends and community. This is your immediate surroundings, the people around you, your closest friends and allies, your close co-workers. And the card that you receive in this house is the 10 of Cups. I mean, to have the 3 of Cups show up in your 4th house, and then the 10 of Cups showing up in your 11th house, that tells me that you are going to have a very social month for the month of October, and it'll be one in which you find a lot of value in your connections with the people around you. It's going to fill your proverbial cup to spend time with the people that you care about most. So if those opportunities aren't just falling into your lap, make them. Create those opportunities. Find the opportunities to host a gathering or reach out to those people that matter most to you and make some plans and get together. Your 12th house is your house of secrets, spirituality. It can be shadow work. It can be your dreams, your subconscious, things that you hold inward more, or things that you hold as sacred. So the card that you receive in this house is the Four of Swords. So the Four of Swords is a card of rest, and it's a card of I tell people when they get this card, make a choice to rest. Otherwise, the universe will give you the opportunity in which you must rest. And it's never as fun if the universe is just like, okay, I was trying to tell you and you weren't listening, so here you go. Now you have the flu and you're going to have to rest. So I would say before that happens, take the opportunity to rest. And the fact that it shows up in your 12th house makes me think that maybe you need to do spend some time getting some good solid sleep so that you can have and remember some valuable dreams while you're sleeping and resting. So those are your tarot cards, and I mean, that looks like an awesome reading, an awesome month ahead for you. We have some oracle cards as well. We'll go through those real quick. Your keywords that you got, I meant to only put 2 cards in each bag, but I must have grabbed more for you. Let it be. Offer. Yeah, I mean, who knows what that offer might be, but I might think it might be up here. Oops, I gotta change this sweater. Let it be. Let it be. So maybe that goes here with your Four of Swords. Your higher self. This is your higher self. This is your 9th house. And then behind the moon. Behind the moon, I think also goes with your Four of Swords here. You just need to rest. Or, it could be even with this mysterious persona of the High Priestess at the beginning, having that appearance of being behind the moon, a little bit mysterious. Okay, let's look at these. I'm going to call... Let's see, energy supporting you is going to be these 2. This is guidance. Okay, these are going to be called your guidance. These are going to be called your energy supporting you. Your angel number is 833, the long game. This is a journey. Your angels are encouraging you to have faith in divine timing. The new balanced habits you've formed are not temporary. They're meant to be implemented for the rest of your journey on this earth plane. Reflect now on how your mindset can shift to better accommodate your new routines. So that 6 of right here, the 6 of in the 6th house, the 10 of Pentacles showing up here, that's that daily routine. So reflect now on how your mindset can shift to better accommodate your new routines. Let go of any timeline you may have that is not attached to better habits that you've gained recently. Things will play out as they should. So watch for the number 833. That's a confirmation and a reminder of this message here in this reading. Your spirit goddess is Zonget. And her message is, let's see, where do we have her? Spirit Goddess. Let's see what her message is. This is a newer deck for me, so I haven't gotten all of these spirit goddesses yet. Zonget says, flow with the stream of life. In Siberian mythology, the revered goddess Zonget, known as the mistress of herds, symbolizes fertility, abundance, and the sacred bond between humans and the natural world. As the divine protector of all birds, animals, and hunters, Zonget holds the power to influence the creatures of the wild, allowing them to submit to capture if she deems it appropriate. Shamans continue to honor her through offerings, treating animals with deep reverence to ensure the bounty of nature remains plentiful. So that is a great... I love that. I think that's beautiful. Now, the thing about this card here, if you want to pause, let's see if I can get a good view of this on here for you. That QR code will tell you more about her if you're curious. So go ahead and pause the video and scan that QR code in the center of the card, and that will bring up more information about Zonget. All right, so that is more energy supporting you. Then we have a spirit animal. Your spirit animal is the horse. This also has a QR code on here for this card. So if you're interested, you can pause and scan that. And the horse, the energy of the horse for this particular oracle says, recognize your inherent worth. Symbolizing power, freedom, and nobility, the horse inspires embracing inner strength, breaking free from self-doubt, and pursuing dreams with determination. Its energy teaches us unity, trust, and mutual support, encouraging appreciation of your intrinsic value. By following the horse's example, you can move through life with confidence and purpose, understanding that your worth is inherent and undeniable. Stand tall in your power and honor the unique strengths that define you. Understanding your value is the key to unlocking confidence, allowing you to shine brightly and make your mark in the world. Beautiful. I love that. Now we have an affirmation here for you. Unleashing creativity. I tap into my limitless creativity and express myself freely. I trust in my creative abilities and allow my unique ideas to flow effortlessly. With every creative endeavor, I'm inspired and amazed by my brilliance. Wow. I love that. Put that by the 5th house here. And then your final oracle card is from the, I think this is the Awakened Soul oracle, if I'm not mistaken. This is by Ethany. Yes. And the card that you get is Perseverance. It shows this woman running. And the message on this particular card says, it's very tiny print. Our awakened soul could have given up many times in her life. She could have chosen to allow the loss of her leg to become her defining story. Okay, so, oh yeah, I didn't even notice that. She's running on an artificial leg here. This would have kept her stuck in the past, resentful, and unable to fulfill her highest potential in this life. Instead, she's back doing what she loves, which is running. So this is just about the perseverance. It's called you today to remind you that you have more resourcefulness, ability, and potential than you may ever even know. It's kindly asking you to stop limiting yourself because of what has happened in the past, your fears, what other people think of you, or what you can and cannot do. Dig deep, push through the limitations you have placed on yourself. If you've been looking for a sign to keep going, this card is it. There you go. Well, I want to thank you, Aries, so much for hanging in there with me. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a like. If you haven't subscribed to my channel yet and you do enjoy this kind of content, please do subscribe so that you won't miss any of my videos for the future. And feel free to share this video with others. If there are things that you feel like were missing in this reading, feel free to check out the readings for your rising or moon or Venus signs. Thank you again, and I hope you have a wonderful October. Bye now.